We are going to discuss LeetCode problem number 1920, build array from permutation. The statement of problem is given a zero-based permutation nums, zero index, build an array arns of the same length where arns of I is equal to nums and nums of I for each. I should be greater or equal to 0 and smaller than nums dot length and return it. A zero-based permutation nums is an array of distinct integers from 0 to nums dot length minus 1 inclusive. Okay, so according to the statement, we will have a num array as an input, and the array will be zero index. It means that the first index will be 0. It will start from the 0 index, and what we have to do is we have to return an array ans, and the output array ans should be of the same length as the input array. For example, if the length of the input array nums is 5, then the length of the output array the ans should also be 5. And what is the main procedure? What we have to calculate is we have to calculate the index value. Here we have to here I is representing the index. So first of all, we have to traverse the whole nums array starting from the 0 index, then 1 index, then 2 index till the length of the nums array. We have to take the value of each I of each index, and we will get that value, and after getting that value we will use that value again as an index. Okay, so let's we will understand this with example. So here they are also in the statement, it is also explained that all the numbers or all the elements values present in the nums array should be distinct. What is mean by distinct? It means that if one is present at any location in the nums array, so it will present only one time in the nums array. So it is not possibility that any number or any value could be present more than one time in an array. So each element of the array will be distinct from each other, and the value and the values of the nums array will start from 0 and will go to nums dot length. So maximum value could be present in the nums array will be equal to nums dot length minus 1. Okay, so let's understand this with example. So let's go to example number 1. So here this is input nums and this is the input array nums, and we have to produce this output. So we will start from the 0 index. So here at 0 index we will put this value in this formula, and we will calculate the value for our output array. Okay, so at 0 index, here nums and I is equal to 0. Okay, so nums of 0, at nums of 0 we can see that 5 is present. So we will in this we will put 5. Okay, so at nums of 0, 5 is present, and this will be removed. Now we will use this 5 value as an index, and we will again calculate the value which is present at 5 index. Okay, so at nums of 5, if we see this example, so this is the 5 index. So now this value 5 is using as an index. So we will see that at nums of 5, at 5 location or at 5 index of the this num array, 4 is present. So we will take this value 4 and we will put in our ans array at the location of I, or at the index of I, and in first iteration, because we are at 0 index, so the value of I is 0, so we will put this 4 value at the 0 index of the output array. So here we will put this 4, then we will traverse to the next index. So here this is nums of I, and now nums of and now we know that the value of I become 1 because we are at index 1. So here the value of I is 1. So we will check that what is present at the 1 index. So at the 1 index, 0 is present. So we will put the value here. Here the this value present at index 1 is 0. So here we will put 0. Now we will again calculate that what is present at the index of 0. So nums of 0, we can see that at the 0 index of the input array 5 is present. So we will put this 5 at the location or at the index 1 of the output array. So in this way we will traverse the whole array and we will put the value in output array, and after that we will output that output array. Okay, so let's move to its solution. Here are some constraints that nums dot length will be smaller or equal to 1000 and greater or equal to 1. So the number of element or the length of the nums will be maximum 1000. Okay, and so we will move to its solution. Here I am using Python. You can use any other language, Java, C plus in C++ or any other language with which you are familiar to run the solution. The solution is very very simple. You can run this in any language. Okay, so first of all, here I am initializing the ans array, which will be our output array. So this is the array in which we will put our output values one by one after calculating through this formula. Okay, so I am at the first, this array is empty. So after that we know that we have to traverse the whole array. So to traverse the whole array one by one, we have to use a loops. Here I'm using for loop. This for loop will run starting from the 0 index and it will run till the last index. So here I am using this length of nums and okay, so let me explain this. This length will length of nums will take the length of the input array. For example, in this case the length of the num array is 6. So here the value will be 6, length of nums will be 6. And this range, what will this range will do, this range will run the for loop from 6 times, and it will start from the 0 index. So this for loop will run till the length of nums or 6 times, because in this case or in this example, if we are considering this example number 2, so length of nums is 6. So this for loop will run 6 times, but the index, as we know that from the statement it is clearly mentioned that this is 0 indexed array. So the index will start from the 0 and the last index will be length of nums minus 1. So in this example the last index will be 5 and the first index will be 0. So this array will run 6 times. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to simply, we can simply copy paste this formula, because we have to calculate this. And here I will change this I with the index, because I am using the variable index instead of I. Okay, so we will calculate this value, and after calculating this value, I am appending, I will append that value in the ans array, which is the input array. So here I will use this, we will append this in the output array. So here we will copy the output array, which is ans dot append, and we'll put this value here. So it will calculate the value one by one and put the value, output value, in this ans output array at the index of, at the location of index. Okay, so after traversing the whole array, we will simply return this ans array. So let's run this and check if this solution is working fine with our test cases or not. So here is runtime error, invalid syntax. Okay, so there is a problem. Okay, so here we just forget to write in. Okay, so now let's run this. Okay, so in this test cases, we can see that our answer is accepted. This is the input array, this is the output generated by the solution, and this is the expected output. So these two outputs are same. In the second case, we are generating the output as the expected output. So let's submit this solution to check if this is working fine on all the test cases. Okay, so this is accepted by and the lead code, so it means that it is working fine on all the test cases. So that's it for today. Please like, share my video, and do subscribe my channel. We will meet in another video. Goodbye.